Hey everybody, Monty's back and I am heading to space. I just built this rocket. Usually I do tend to test fly my flights before I record it, but what's the fun in that when you build something like this? So this is just a probe that I'm hoping to send out of the sphere of Kerbin and beyond. So let's press the stability control T button. And first off, actually, I want to check my staging. So what I've got is a bunch of 30s on the bottom. I've got a big mainsail at 80. And I've got some boosters on the side. These are the S1 SRB KD25K boosters. Good for that. I want to make sure they shoot off. I've got a decoupler here, just a little hydraulic detachment manifold. But I also want to make sure they really shoot off. So I put some of these little motors on here that should shoot these out. I have them staged at the same time, so I haven't actually used them before. So we'll see. That should look cool. Yeah, and then I've got all kinds of science gizmos and gadgets on here. And then, I don't know why, I just thought that once I get up here, instead of just having a normal rocket and engine here, why not make it interesting? So I built this crazy thing. Yeah, I don't even know if we'll get this thing out of the atmosphere. So kick it into 100%. That's at 80, so it shouldn't overheat. And fire. This has got... I've got two Jumbo 64s. I'll keep my resources open up here so you can see. There's my liquid fuel, oxidizer solid fuel. So we're picking up speed, and we're moving quite nicely, actually. So nothing's overheating. We're about to break through the clouds. Let's see how we're doing. Ooh, we got the sun. Ooh, a nice shot of the moon. I can see it peeking through. So far so good. And we don't have any Kerbals. That's probably why. You know, when you put the lives of Kerbals at risk, it seems to all things to go wrong. But when you put a machine in control, amazingly everything seems to work out right. So man, I better put some inclination. I got to hit my 45-degree mark here while I'm going down the 90-degree line. And yeah, because I'm packing huge speed, so I'm going to almost turn over even further over to 90. Here we go, and I'm about to burst these off. Let's see how this goes. Boom! Oh, sick! Oh, that was nice. Look at the spiral. That's worth a screenshot. Kabloom. Yeah, so here's this rocket booster going. I'm going to hit X anyway. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, I need more, so I'm going to break this stage and burn. Let's go. And actually, I'm going to... how can I do this? I'm going to kick... I want that big engine and fire in here too. There we go. Ooh, look at that. I didn't have that staged how I want it. I want these the other way around. But if I cut one of these off, it's going to burn out really funky. So let's see how we're doing here. Yeah, this isn't going to get as far, so we're going to have to do a rebuild, but a pretty cool rocket nonetheless. Yeah. Too much weight, a lot of fuel. I've never tried it. I think this was way too much fuel up here. So I need just way too much of that DV, that change in velocity to get up here. And I'm just not overly providing it. But I got the speed. So check it out. Let me hit X. We're high enough. We are high enough. Ooh. So now that I cut my engines, I'm going to shut down. Shut down. And I forget, I got a bunch of RCS fuel up here as well. So what I want to do is, if I kept burning, I'm only here. I'd keep popping out this way. So I want to wait and not burn my engines. So that's why I hit X to kill my engines. Until I'm at my little apoapsis up here. So I'm going to add a maneuver and get into an orbit here. So I'm just clicking on the little apoapse over here. 193, that'll be good. So that means 21 seconds of burn. That's kind of a lie because I think it's considering all three. So I will actually let's turn this bad boy. Well, he's not turning any time fast, but we got 2 minutes, so let's enjoy the view. Again, I think this environmental pack mod really makes a difference. Actually, I like it slow motion. This is how it should be. Nice, slow, graceful movements in space. This is where the game's just really cool. So I'm getting plenty of electricity. I remember the batteries. I'm going to go ahead and extend that just because it's going to look cooler. Yeah, there we go. And we have 1 minute until countdown. I'm turning down. We're going to do a quick warp and stop. Kind of pauses your movement. I've found so if you're over moving and you want to just stop your ship, hit the the period key and then the comma key to warp and unwarp a little bit, and then it'll see. For example, I'm just letting go, and if I warp unwarp, my ship just stops. Of course, you got to do that quick little warp, so you got to be careful. Alright, so I'm going to start burning a little early because these markers are pretty much lined up anyway. And that's all we're really looking for. Okay, I'm going to pop out to this view and watch this happen live. Okay, we're moving. We got 8 seconds left of the burn. Okay, we're at 94 here. And X. Whew, I pressed the wrong button. Let's see how that ended up. We've got 146 by an 87. Okay, that's safe, as long as we didn't go under 85, I believe. So cool. Check that out. Ka-ching. Take out the camera. Oh, I'm going to press F2 and get a nice clean HUD-free picture. There we go. Very nice. And we are in orbit, and we've got, let's see, quite a bit. So you notice I don't have fuel lines, so it looks like I'm almost out of fuel, but not for reals, because if I activate these and my throttle's down, right? Okay, activate and go down here and activate. Boom. They are all full. So I have 2 full huge tanks here, and this tank has a little bit left. When these all run out, I can decouple, and I still have RCS fuel up here. So this probe at the moment is really healthy. That's I gotta admit, I usually don't hit it on the first shot. Oh, that's cool right there. Boom. Oh man, we almost had an eclipse launch. That would be cool. Sorry, I'm just kind of taking in the view. I hope you guys are, because I am just in orbit, right? Everything's still fine and dandy. Yep, looks like it. So we're safe. So what should we do? Alright, I'm going to zoom out. And remember, I said bring your sunglasses. So we're going to zoom all the way out. And we're going to zoom back in because I forgot. You got to kind of find your add a maneuver out in here first. Oh, I got too much orbiting curving. That's one thing. Where can I... Oh! I might be in that, I can't add a maneuver until I go back to the Space Center, which is fine. So let's go back to the Space Center right quick. It's that weird bug where you can't get a maneuver point, but if I go to the Space Center, go to my tracking center, go back to my ship, it's all good. So let's just do that right quick. So I might as well show you how to get around this if you run into it. So now I can go down to the bottom and I can go, it's Monte's probe of probing, and let's fly that bad boy. Seeing as that's what we were just doing. And get this thing launched. Launched. Alright. Back to where we were. Let's see. There's my blue ball. I want to shoot out. So first things first, we're going to the sun, obviously. We need our sunglasses. So we just need to escape Kerbal, because as soon as you escape Kerbal, notice you're in orbit of, ta-da, the sun. The one thing that you can do is you can see like where you escape Kerbal, like will make a difference of where you land up. Just make sure you're not having yourself burn through, because see, watch, if I accidentally, you can move your maneuver node somewhere to where you're gonna like actually burn through the planet sometimes. So be careful you're not doing that. If you open this, you can see how much burn it's going to take. Oh, look, so, and you don't want to accidentally hit the moon and throw yourself off, so it's good to kind of just check what you're doing. But I want to just escape, and I want to escape kind of opposite of the sun. So let's go back in here. We will set our attack once again. And we have 21 minutes, which will warp by instantly because I have that kind of power. I can warp time and space. Wait, what happened? What? Why did only one panel come out? Let's try that and see if that one looks good. Need some 2001 Space Odyssey music playing. Look at that. Let me go ahead and activate my magnometer. Magnometer. Dual Tektronic technique. That's what it is. Alright, so wow, this is cool looking. I'm just spinning and spinning. There we go. Let's spin the other way right quick. Mysterious goo containment unit. Okay, so that's the thing, is make sure I'm bringing a bunch of science, because as soon as we escape the poles of Kerbal, it's science time. And usually even when we're going after the moon or Minmus and things like that, we're still in the influence of Kerbal. So alright, we hit our blue mark, so I'm going to warp. 19, 18... I'm going to F5 to quick save, just because you never know, and we're doing pretty good. Hate to do all that work just to overjump this, and that be the reason why we have to restart. So you know 9 minutes is about when we're going to come around the planet, because if I burn now, obviously I'd burn straight into the planet. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slow down. Not that slow. We got 1. Ooh, this is cool. 30 seconds. 20 seconds, 10 seconds, and let's just go ahead and burn. So we're burning with everything right now because I just went to escape, and we hit the escape velocity is around 2,500 meters per second. And then we lost our main fuel there, which is fine. We have a minute and 5 seconds to burn. Alright, we're going to burn quite a bit of fuel here. But let's do what we gotta do. I'm gonna aim up a little bit because we're getting pulled in a little bit too much. A little bit too much. It was taking into account that we were gonna have all this engine as well, so that's why our estimated burn time changed, but we've got the escape velocity needed. As you can see from here, We are extending out. We're extending out. We want to see this velocity just pop out to where nothing is holding us. And as soon as I see that, I'm going to hit X. Whoa, I'm going to keep going because we're getting caught up by something there. Oh, we were getting the moon. So that's not cool. So let's keep going. See, we're in Kerbin, 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 and now we're out. So X. Whoo, we're... Okay. Didn't burn as much... I forget, so now we're burning these nice, efficient LV909 liquid fuel engines. They definitely don't burn their fuel off as fast, and we got so much of it. So, this is cool. I'm going to warp, and let's say goodbye to Kerbin, and watch this float away. Bye-bye, Kerbin. Let's speed up even more. Very cool. This is why you can play this game for hours. Ta-da! And we're going to go faster. And let's go even faster. See, how cool is this? We're almost out. Hey, what was that? Something. Can we get to see it? No. I saw something fly by. Where are we? Oh, it was Minmus. So we have, I'm going to skip ahead because we're 7 days out, 6 days out to Kerbin Escape. We've got to get into a Kerbin Escape. But nothing's changed. I'll bring this back up. See, we've got our velocity, and we're about to escape. And boom. We have now flipped, and we are now in orbit with Observe Mystery Goo. And let's see. Let's check some science out. What do we got going on here? Oh, I have to unwarp to do my equipment. Derp, derp. Observe Mystery Goo. We are observing while in space high over the sun. So let's keep this data, and we can then log, well, we can't log pressure data, but you can go ahead and spam your science and send it back, back the way of Kerbin. So let's go ahead and send our science. Let's see if our batteries can maintain this. Oh, and they couldn't, but we still managed to get 15 science out. So, yeah, this is cool. This is really cool. And I had to make the bigger engines and all this stuff because I'm packing a lot of equipment. So I think you can get away with a much smaller rocket. You can still get here. So now, it's just kind of the normal thing. Getting to the sun, getting closer into the sun, it's all about braking instead of kind of pushing ourselves out. What we're going to want to do is hit, let's go ahead and get rid of that maneuver. Once we're at an apoapse, or once we're over here or over here, we're going to want to bring ourselves in. So to do that, remember, we're going to want to find the, let's see, here we go. I'm going to hit RCS real quick to give us a boost. We have plenty of monopropellant. We're doing okay on liquid fuel. And I'm going to do the little warp trick, warp and stop. And now I'm going to burn some fuel. And I'm hitting shift to burn fuel, and that's bringing me in. You can see my fuel getting burned up here. But we're coming in. We're 11 billion. So it's a slow process. But we're in space, so this is really helping out. I mean, we're going so fast. And we're still doing good. 11. See, so this is going in, so that's good. All right, we're burning as fast as we can. So let's, while we're just burning here, I can come in here and watch what we're doing here. So this is the reason why you don't want to. It's a good tip of why you don't want to play from here, because you'd think that you would need to burn at the sun. but that's not the case because you're not taking into account gravity and all that stuff. And from this view, you can't see where you need to go. You can use the nav bar to see this X from this view, but it's easier to just not get confused and kind of play from out here. So, alright, we've used up 100. This is very efficient and a lot of fuel. So we're coming in quick. What were we at? Like 12? No, we were at 13 because we were in a pretty circular orbit around the sun. So I'm going to want to really bring this in. I've never really tried before, so we'll see how close we get. But yeah, let's see. How are we doing on fuel? Alright, well, I'm hitting a little long on this episode, so I'm going to cut it here and leave it to the next episode for us to get into a close orbit of the sun and see what we have for kind of RCS fuel and see if I can get back anywhere. It's a probe, but we'll see what we can do. So, mission successful, really cool. I'm really happy that this thing launched first try. To be honest, I was kind of hoping for some mishaps and some funny launch stuff, but this works as well. So see you guys in the next episode.